5-point win over BYU in the Sweet 16. Duke took down Mount St. Mary's, Baylor, and beat Arizona by 7 on Thursday night. Nice pass and a finish inside. Foster will sit. But Flagg's ankle looks good. He missed the rest of the ACC tournament, came back, played well in both games in Raleigh in the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. Really a non-issue now. It's a left ankle injury, but something to pay attention to throughout is Evans.
It all out there. Loves to freeze three a guy and drill it.
Has that scorer's mentality, just under 13 points per game. Evans, the pull-up is pretty. And Begovic has checked in for Duke.
Stanford kid getting his masters.
Foster, drive and kick. Here's Evans with 10 to shoot. Puts it on the deck, floats it up and in.
Dickie V, you got freshmen playing against transfers. A lot of older guys from Louisville playing against some youngins for the Blue Devils.
It's a big difference. A big difference. Got that experience. They reshaped their whole lineup when you look. Oh, wow. Target.
Looked over to the bench. He's limping back down the floor, grabbing his hip. He fell hard on the foul with Knippel, and he asked for a substitution after getting the layup on the last possession.
Yeah, he's still pointing to the bench. That one comes free. Knippel hitting the deck. Duke comes away with it. 7 to get off a shot. James in the corner. Knippel will swing it. Shot clock winding down. Here's Evans. Got it! Powell is strong move, and it's Cooper Flagg to say not this time. Here's Evans to line one up. And finally.
Walk it off. But that ankle would not allow it to happen.
Powell banging underneath. Went for the reverse. Not there. Duke to push it. Long one coming and swished in again. It's Isaiah Evans.
If you can't play, you want to make sure you're on the bench, encouraging and doing anything you can to help your team win.
In for Evans, instant offense. 3 under 12 minutes to play here in Charlotte. The winner to advance to the semifinals tomorrow. Evans on the attack off the window for 2. Came out. And Dongo blowing by and no on the slam. He's had a very different second half. Here comes Evans. Wide open.
Knocked down to 3 on the last possession.
Number 1 in the ACC, 39% beyond the three-point line. Hildreth over the shoulder, got knocked to the deck, no whistle. Isaiah Evans on the drive, will lay it in. Instant offense.
When you get him in the mid-range, not shooting well from 3, especially in ACC play under 30, but still getting the job done. And Slim comes down and knocks out things. OB, and a lot of it has to do with you have moms and dads who not only played the game but coach the game.
Yep.
But they understand how important it is to root for other players' success. Look at the parents.
How about Harris from the front wing? Nope. How about a third crack with Knippel? Maybe something a little closer. Nope. Back for Evans 3. Yes, sir. Gets to the middle of the floor and Gungwa. Uh-oh. There's Evans a layup. 4 for Chandler Jackson. And I said Gillis had 12. It was against Miami earlier in the year, not the other night in the win at Coral Gables. Here's
Look at Watkins. I mean, his defensive ability has stood out. But what a play!
Flag skipping it for James. In traffic, put it up off the glass. Got knocked around. Kick out for Evans. Shot fake, and now the 3.
His on-the-ball defense is going to get him a shot at the next level.
Yep. Here is Foster. Caleb trying to beat Swinton to the basket. Skip for Evans. Isaiah fights through traffic and lays it up. Floater. He's got 6, 4 here in the second half. 27-point Duke lead, inside 9 to go. Florida State's lost 2 straight, 3 of 4, and 7 of their last 10, with a trip to Virginia on Tuesday and then SMU next Saturday to close the regular season.
Flag for Evans, 3 ball.
At some point, there's some form of stability that gives you at least a framework or guidelines or boundaries that allow you to establish a system that works going forward.
Well, Bethia's 3 makes it an 8-point game, and Evans' 3 and bench.
I don't know if you want to take it that far.
I didn't know if he thought the shot clock was about to expire. He got that thing up quickly.
Well, had he not, he wouldn't have gotten the shot off because they closed hard.
Wow. Oh, Evans!
There were so many good things, even some interior post passing, and then Malawacz just wipes it all away.
7-2 eraser. Evans.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
At least it's not a turnover.
I mean, technically it's turnover, but I get what you're saying.
Whatever.
Evans, Evans drills it. Free throw's good. Snaps a 10-0 Duke run by Joe Bay. Says the impact, just the space they take up, the attention that defenses have to pay him.
Yes. Look, it almost makes it to the point where you can play 404. Oh, boy.
Gosh. They are giving
Team right now that we're going to see playing, with the big boys in the NBA. And Will Riley fits the bill just like everyone else we talked about.
We just need a ball to stay for 4 years. Baseline jump shot is
attack more off the dribble. I mean, they have the bodies. They can find the gaps and seams. And that time, Boswell did an excellent job of getting that big body downhill and finishing off the glass.
Proctor comes from the land down under. Australia product. Evans again, and that will just...
He gets physically, he'll make that shot. But again, the struggle is real coming back from,
illness and injury.
Yeah.
Evans down the lane, left hand, got it.
Yeah, no problem.
As Lyndon Baines Johnson once said about the art of negotiation. I'll sit down with you, and you'll sit down with me as Evans hits the jump shot. Steal and bucket. 5:17 to play in the second half. Duke 23-3. Backdoor Evans.
Basketball even better, and now shooting 61.5% from the field.
Ames with a fall away from three-point land. That won't drop, but Duke comes away with it. A 21-14 lead, and looking to add to that, and they grabs his own rebound, kicks it out. Knipple straight on. Malawacz battling for it. It comes free in the corner. Evans got it. He knocks back it. Gillis has trouble with it. Hits the deck. Gets it free. Shot clock at 2. Malawacz with the rebound. Another offensive board for Duke. They're dominating there, Evans. And rattles in another.
Well, has 3 grandchildren at Duke.
It's a great tennis family.
Yeah, but when you consider to be able to do that in front of all of your family being there with you, even more impressive that the Blue Devils were able to pull that off.
Swish.
Now up to 7 3-point field goals made. They've shot it very well, 43.8%. The problem is they have not been able to get stops against this Duke team, and Virginia shouldn't feel bad about that because no one's been able to do it this season, as Duke is the only team in the NCAA that scores over 80. The lefty throws in the high 80s and played a little baseball, went out with the Blue Devils a season ago.
No longer does. Nifty move there by Evans.
Foster having some success here because he knows that can get him going back. Caleb Foster saved them against Michigan State a year ago. He's shown flashes of where he can be brilliant in this Duke uniform.
Well, he started last year.
Evans off the window, making over 100.
Kill him.
Yeah. He's made everything else.
Oh, you got to put that baby down wide open. Our producer would have made that Kim Belton with a bad leg. He was a great player. Now he's a top 4 football.
Flag with a give. Now the kick out. Here's Evans on the other side, and he'll swish it in.
5-point swing.
Phenomenal player along back with Donnie Freeman. This team is well on their way.
They've got a great look out of the timeout. Chris Bell misses his first shot attempt. Naheem McLeod's on the floor for the first time, as is Petar Majstorovic and Jaquan Carlos, who's Starling, the only starter in there. And here's his 2-3 zone.
Yeah.
Brown into McLeod. Flag back on the floor for Duke.
That's where the play is every time. You got to look opposite and catch the ball in the middle.
Foot of Donnie Freeman right there. Red Autry told us they should know
pretty soon whether or not Donnie Freeman is going to have a chance to come back or be shut down. Evans, boy, that is a boozer.
And he has a unique coaching ability that is relatable and keeps guys. Oh my goodness!
And then when Stackhouse was let go, then Ben Allen Lubin transferred here to North Carolina.
Cade Tyson making his first appearance tonight for the Tar Heels. Again, a guy transfer from Belmont, big score there, had some good moments earlier in the year for Carolina, has kind of fallen out of the rotation. Didn't play at all Tuesday against Pitt.
Little sis Don Staley with the, I'm sorry, my little big sis Don Staley with the huge contract extension, $25.5 million, the highest paid coach in women's basketball history. I just need to hit her up, make sure I'm good for a $5 loan.
You and I both, next time we're in Columbia, richly deserved.
Oh,
She's done
dinner's
a magnificent job.
absolutely on her. We go to Columbia. Nice touch there for three today, right? You're not at home.
Right.
And he thought about it for a while. He's like, oh, yeah, that's right. Got to share with JT.
Celtics, a very impressive win over there at TD Garden.
Celtics playing now as well, back-to-back at the Garden. Last 2 days.
Out of the double. They'll swing for the corner. Great job finding the open man.
And the team and got his first win as the Duke head coach.
Benny rolling inside. Flag with the stop.
And again, that's what he does. It's not all about what he does on offense and in the floor. Defensively making big plays as well.
Evans with a long one. Yes, what a great touch.
8 points, only 3 rebounds for him, but has battled through foul trouble in this game.
Back to Evans, wants to launch again. He's hot. This one will go into the books tonight.
We talked about the plus 22 scoring margin. Right now with a 21-point lead, the Blue Devils could still stay in that range.
Evans airborne, nicely done on the scoop.
Available to play. They're playing without a true point guard. Of course, Nigel Pack out. And the backup, Divine is out as well. And so not sure when Divine will get back. And again, the hits keep on coming. And the biggest hit having to come. A capable scorer from beyond the three-point arc, forced to play the point guard position right now without their 2 primary point guards available.
Yeah, Nigel Pack's been done since December 10th, Corey. And he's missed the last 6. And no timetable for the 11 games. Well, what a terrific league they've got again this year. Front rim miss by Johnson. Here's Knipple on the outlet for Isaiah Evans, who lays it in. But when you watch Duke just warm up, it seems like 70% of the three-pointers are going in. We saw North Carolina in practice and in their pregame warm-up in their game against St. Joseph's a couple weeks ago. And Knipple back for Evans. Strong with the 3. Brown kept it alive. Flag in the corner. Evans tees up another one. Sure. Malik Brown, the rebound of a Rodney Brown miss. Flag against Burnham. Evans out of the corner. And from Goldsboro, North Carolina, his 19th triple of the year. By the way, that Paul the 16 Dan, pretty good last year in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Out front, Evans. Sure. You bet. Right here on ACCN. 24-point lead now for the Blue Devils with 2 to go. Connor Serban has come.
Powell just hit from 3. Takes it into the teeth of Brown. And Flag rips it away from Dongo. Knipple had Evans for a moment. Now Evans will shoot it. And Evans will hit it. One of the Birmingham Bowl women's team is 12-0. They play at 5:30 today against Nebraska. Hoping the men's team can move up after ACC game number 2. But this one's going to belong to Duke, as most of them will in the conference for them.
It's going to be very hard to beat this Duke team. I mean, the league is down, as we've talked about, but
A three for Isaiah Evans.
Brown that time. Brown not quite the bulk of Malawach.
Evans left open. Cashes in from downtown.
With an awful lot of emotion and enthusiasm.
Uh-oh. Flag off the mark. Rebound Brown. Kick out to Evans. That's a three. That January 7th game here at Cameron Indoor on ESPN against Pitt is a game that I'm certainly intrigued to see. Evans, his third.
Allowed only 4 points here in the second half. Done a fantastic job being disruptive. They've got shot clock violations. They've been able to get 5-second count, and they got an open three for Isaiah Evans.
Darren Harris on the floor for Duke. And the rebound comes to Mason. Gillis outside to Evans. Second three. It was a one-possession game late in the first half, and then Duke, since that point in time, has seized control, outscoring Incarnate Word by 19 in the second. Make it 20. The crone from the student section. Free food has to wait. Free food in college, is there anything better than that?
No. Ever.
Free pizza, free food, under 4 to play. Evans.
Kind of numbers in the SEC, and he has, and he's done it consistently, and he continues to get better because now he can knock down a three.
Well, Gillis just wrestled that ball away from Moore to get Duke a possession.
And I think Duke now can attack J.P. Pegues. He's not the quickest guard, and right now he's guarding Isaiah Evans, but if I were them, I'd drive him.
Evans gets the three off and hit.
To pop right back out to the three-point line. That was just beautifully executed by Auburn.
Broom on the bench for the moment for Auburn. Flag on the bench for the moment for Duke. You talk about an open look. Isaiah the shot clock. Pegues the drive. Evans the save, and here comes Knipple. Kicks it out. Evans again. Hits again. Tipped away by Brown. Pettiford, the force. Almost banked it in. It's Duke ball. And another three. Broom. Again, Brown defending. And Broom left it short. Brown the rebound.
Great job of walling up and making Broom make the tough two over the top of him.
Evans again. Flag.
What a pass.
Foster. Look at the offensive rebound by Knipple. Evans again. No way.
James will drive it into two. Sets up Foster, whose three is rebounded by Brown thanks to a tip from Flag. And then Evans cans a triple. Notably a pregame player to watch on one of his broadcasts from Dan Bonner. Dan Bonner killed me during the broadcast. It was your 17th career start. Evans! A year. Moncrief, all kinds of trouble there. Going to the freshman stood him up. M.A. Moncrief 2 for 8 with a couple of turnovers. Catch and shoot Evans.
That open three away, he did just that. Good talk. A lot of pointing. Got to be active hands just as much as you're active with your mouth.
There's Evans. There's another three. It's tipped out by Gungba. Proctor, Gillis, and Gillis still yet to score. Tipped by Gungba again. Here's Evans, another good look. Destined to go down eventually for Duke. 8 rebounds, 4 assists, so he stuffed the stat sheet for Wofford. Shortchanged him. That was his 9th rebound off that miss, so close to his 3rd double-double of the year. Evans got a screen from Gillis. Strokes a three. Fitzgerald wants a ball screen right now. He'll get it from Gungba. Hubbard, no. But look at this. They're still playing
Harris charging the glass, sets up a three for Evans. 86-35.
By the way, Duke will take on Cal in a 6 o'clock match. I saw the Golden Bears leaving the practice field here at Durham as we were leaving Cameron from this after 2 minutes remaining in the game. Well, Duke scored 96 against Maine on Monday. Crowd would love for them to get to the century mark here tonight. Hubbard, no look pass again, looking for an assist, and he's got one. Pure